Hello, hello, hello everyone! Thunderous Wolf here. Welcome one, welcome all, to another stream. Who do we got in the chat today so far? We got Green Eagle, we got Adventure Awaits, any lurkers in the chat? Welcome on in. I hope y'all been having a good day today. I've been having a good day, all things considered. It's been a pretty chill, pretty relaxed day. Did some more YouTube stuff today, working on the next YouTube upload, and excuse me, and all that jazz. And went to the gym today, and here I am streaming. Chat, come one, come all. The arcade is opened once more. Chat. Man, okay, so something that I gotta comment about. So, chat, I'm gonna be going back to college in like a month and a half from now or so, right? I'm gonna be going back to college in about a month and a half or so from now, but a little bit longer than that, closer to like just shy of 2 months, I should say. Just shy of 2 months, I should say. Yo, Ainamore, welcome. Can't believe it. There's a super cutie on my screen. Oh yeah, you're talking about like Green Eagle and Adventure Awaits. I see them too. Yeah. I see them. Yeah. So I'm going back to college in a little bit. Chat, can I just talk about just how peaceful? Yo, Ebby and the dog, welcome. Your first message of the stream is !Thunder. Why? The no you, definitely you. Nah, it's you, Sweet Bean. I don't know. Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure that you were talking about people in the chat and not me, because it's verified. It is verifiably true that I am not cute. I mean, Green Eagle and Adventure are both cuties too. Yeah, that's why I'm saying you were talking about them, because I'm not cute. Yeah, but they definitely are. So chat, can I just mention just how like peaceful and like how, like, obviously I'm not like, you know, riding a high or anything like that, but can I just mention just how much better life has been for me since I haven't had to do college? Because like the gap semester that I took, because I did like one online summer class for fall 24. I took the spring 25 semester off. I took that semester off as like a gap semester. Then I did the one online summer class for this year, and then I'll be going back to full time in the fall. And then I'll only need to do a part-time schedule for spring 26 because I will have had enough credit hours to where I only need to take like 1, 2, maybe 3 more classes, which is like 3, 6, or 9 credit hours as opposed to like 12 and 15 and whatnot. You know, fingers crossed that I actually do graduate by spring 26 and whatnot. But chat, not having to worry about college and whatnot, like, yeah, I obviously, you know, it's not all sunshine and rainbows because I still have to work. I still got to go to my fuck ass retail job and everything like that. I got to deal with shitty people there at my job. And whatnot, aka the customers. My coworkers, like, most of them are fucking amazing. There are like a couple coworkers who are a pain in the ass to deal with, but the vast majority of them are awesome. You know, so it's when I say deal with shitty people, I mean the customers and whatnot. Yeah, you know, I've had to go to work and everything, but I haven't like for the couple of months that I had off with spring 25, it felt so fucking nice. So fucking nice to not have to think, oh shit, I have something that's due at 11:59 tonight. So nice to not have to view a thing that I'm doing as just an arbitrary check mark, or box to check mark rather. Box to check off, good lord, can I speak well today? As an arbitrary box to check off for a funny little piece of, like, for a funny piece of paper. Chat, I'm ready to be done. I am so fucking ready to be done. I'm just ready to be done. I'm just ready to be done. The magic and joy of college has well and truly worn off by now. I'm just ready to be done, dude. I'm just ready to reddedy, R-E-D-D-D-Y, reddedy. Yeah, little did you all know, chat, there's a variant of Reddit called Reddity. Sounds like Reddity. Sounds like I'm saying the Reddit, like Reddity. Very Reddity of you to do that, kind sir. I don't. What the fuck would being Reddity even be? I don't know, chat. I'm all over the fucking place. Chat, I'm feeling extra gay today. What the fuck? Hey. Brad's in the chat. But you're almost done. Write it out. You're one paper away. Oh yeah, like I'm still gonna complete the degree and everything, you know? Oh, but dude, the amount of debt that I've gotten myself into, and Jesus, in fact, I still need to take one more like one more loan batch out to cover the fall semester and then the spring semester after that. I need to take one more loan batch out to cover this academic year, but then fingers crossed that should be it and whatnot. But yeah, no, with how much student loan debt I'm in, coupled with the fact that I've invested so much time into this degree already, I want something to show for it, even if it is admittedly gonna feel like a Pyrrhic victory, because like at the end of the day, yeah, I will have gotten the piece of paper, but truthfully, college, like, I would say that college has been a net negative in my life so far. Like, truthfully, like, yeah, I could have, like, the degree that shows that I am capable of, like, you know, seeing a program through to the end and whatnot, you know? And I have no doubt that, like, at some point in my life, I'm going to need a bachelor's degree, and it's better to have something and not need it than to need something and not have it, you know? So even if I for some reason don't get a chance to use my bachelor's degree for my entire life, I can at least have the peace of mind of having it. But just, dude, the amount of like stress and anxiety and just the transformation of myself as a person due to college has been like, ugh, you know? You know, like I don't mean to label this as like, the like definitive college experience TM and whatnot, you know? Oh, adventure awaits, Jack and t-shirt off, hey. Oh, the pausers emote with the stripping down to the chest. Oh, that's awesome, dude, hell yeah. r/edit. Yo, Macruder, welcome. Hey, I hope you're all doing well. We're doing pretty good. We're doing our pre-stream yapping, our pre-stream yapping and all that. And Zoizite, welcome on in. Welcome. It is good to have you. You know what, chat? Okay, so you know what, chat? You know what I'm gonna do? I actually really liked having the lo-fi music during Monday's stream. You know what I'm gonna do? Yes, I'm gonna swallow some of my own spit and cough into the mic. Yes, that is very beneficial to my cessation. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do the lo-fi beats to relax and study to thing here. The VOD for YouTube might get like copyright claimed and whatnot, but like, honestly, I would prefer that something doesn't have a copyright claim and whatnot, but like, as long as it's not a claim and it's not like a full-blown strike and whatnot, then I'm not gonna care. I'm not gonna care. I've been feeling the lo-fi mood and whatnot. I might need to actually like commission someone. Might need to reach out to like Ursinus or whoever, because for those of you who don't know, Ursinus was the person who made the music for my Who Wants That Cheddar Game Jam game when Whiskey did the like Christmas / like winter like game jam and whatnot and all that jazz. So I might need to hit him up and whatnot, have my own little lo-fi music that I have like that I can like pay for the rights to or something like that and all that jazz and all that. So yeah, we got some lo-fi music in the background and all that. I can hear you best when your tits are out. Hey. Panic drawing myself a riff sheet, cause an artist I follow might be doing a raffle soon. Yo! Oh shit, nice. What like species is your Sona, out of curiosity? But yeah, so back to what I was saying about college. Yeah, dude, college is just, ugh. It has been just not a terrible experience, I would say. It hasn't all been terrible, but I would say it has been overall a net negative. I would say, like, there has been more negative stuff that I've had to deal with in college than positive stuff, I would say. You know? So if my family asks me, like, if my family and I are, like, you know, going out to eat or something to, like, celebrate me passing, you know, like, graduating and whatnot, and my parents ask, like, hey, so how was college for you? Not gonna hold back, I'm gonna say it was fucking terrible. You know, and all that. You know, I would not recommend the college experience TM, you know, like, obviously it's one thing if you want to, you know, do college and whatnot. And like, to be fair, at the end of the day, I wanted to do college because I want a degree of some kind, you know, but you know, like, you know, no matter what people say and whatnot, there's no shame if you don't want to do college, you know. If you feel that a bachelor's degree just isn't for you, then, you know, who could tell you otherwise, you know? Shoot, march to the beat of your own drum. Walk down the path of your own life and everything, you know? Very ironic of me to say that because, because of the whole like parents being like, hey, get the degree or else, motherfucker. Okay, they didn't say that verbatim to my face. They didn't call me a motherfucker. My parents are very, very like sweet and kind and giga chats and everything. I don't want to paint the wrong picture there, but college is the one area where they have not and do not fuck around, essentially. But yeah, so yeah, enough about me rambling about college though. Chat. The Stop Killing Games initiative. We're going to be doing a streamly checkup on this up until the 31st of July here. We are at 1,293,000, so we are just shy of 1,300,000 signatures. I've gone on record saying that 1,400,000, 1.4 million is what I would consider to be like the bare minimum safety net that's required in order for the initiative to like still have the million that's needed to pass when the signatures actually get tallied and counted and whatnot. So it's good to see that we're making good progress on there. And to be fair, it's only July 9th right now. We still have a decent chunk of time. We still got a decent chunk of time before we do that. Would you prefer fatherfucker instead, or? You know, now that you bring it up. Skull Dragon, I guess, definitely a dragon. Hey, nice, hell yeah. So Thunder, you've been spreading these allegations that you're not cute without any backup proof. Elaborate more. I mean, just look at me. I'm not cute. That's all the proof that you need. Get some agua here. Some agua. Do you know that Pirate Software's dad used to work at Blizzard? I did know about that, yeah. Yeah, from what I have heard, that is indeed, yeah. Man, it's sad to see Pirate Software's fall from grace and whatnot. It's just been sad to see that, you know? Like, beyond his opposition to Stop Killing Games and whatnot, just his true personality under, like, the veil and whatnot that he's, like, built for himself is coming out with, like, you know, Stop Killing Games and whatnot. It's like, you know, it's just sad to witness and whatnot, you know? It's true, not cute, just an adorable good, but you know, like, okay, like, you know, hey, I'll take being called. I'll be in, you know, I'm doing the W ding unless right now, you know. I only heard of him because of the whole debacle. Dude is named Pirate Software and is against the, yeah, bro really, yeah, Pirate Software looks inside. Yo, leave the multi-million-dollar company alone. Let them kill the games that they want to kill, bro. Oh, the ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself. Dude, can we talk about how Revenge of the Sith is such a quotable movie? It's so fucking good, dude. Revenge of the Sith is easily the best prequel film, without question. Without question. But yeah, so that is our report on Stop Killing Games. Chat, there's one more thing that I want to talk about before we dive on into some Ace Combat 6 here today. So chat, there have been some rumblings that Battlefield 6 is in some pretty deep shit right now with the development and whatnot. What's wrong with AAA games? The development of the next Battlefield has answers. EA insiders describe stress and setbacks in a project that's too big to fail. So the next Battlefield game, tentatively called Battlefield 6 for the time being and whatnot, for all intents and purposes, from what I've seen, is EA's and like DICE's and like whoever else is working on this game, it is all their last chance to like have Battlefield as a franchise stick around and whatnot, because Battlefield 5 was like okay, it had a really rocky start, but it eventually like, you know, developed and grew into like a solid game. But then, you know, Battlefield 2042 was just the utter fucking abysmal failure that, you know, it was and still is today, I would argue. And so now we're in a position where Battlefield 6 is like the ride or die kind of situation. Yo, Fuzon, welcome, good to see ya. Yo, low ass number, 55 and 94, fuck yeah, dude, let's go. But yeah, so I heard about this article from some Battlefield YouTubers like Jack Frags, Westy, and all of that. So, bullshit! What the fuck? No. That needs to be fixed. There we go. 221. Why did you pin that? You were setting a bad example by pinning it. Why are you pinning it? Why? Tell me why. Don't you laugh at me. Just doing my job. Since when was pinning false information part of your job description as my moderator? Since when? Sorry, Thunder, I'm always right when I call you. No, you're not. No, no, no. No, no, no. You know who is cute, though? Who? So yeah, so let's see. Instead, so Fortnite. So yeah, so don't repeat past mistakes. Players were disappointed, but so were those who worked on 2042. Sources tell me that prior to launch, Battlefield 2042 quote massively missed its alpha target, a milestone by which most or all of the foundational features of the game are meant to be in place. Because of this, the game's final release would need to be delayed in order to deliver on the developer's intent and on the players' expectations. So basically just going through the troubled development of Battlefield like 2042 and whatnot. Yo, Marvelous, welcome, good to see ya. Thank you for the pin. My chat freaked out and didn't load before he destroyed. What the fuck? You can't, Robin Hood, you can't just nuke the stream. Shh, I got my clothes back on. Hopefully my clothes will protect me from the nuke. Come on. Ah! You can't just come in and nuke the stream. You can't just do that. You know how you can't just say perchance randomly? You can't just come in and nuke the stream. You literally can't do that. We're cute, Wolf. I'm not cute, but here I am. I love coming to the stream. Hey. But yeah, so basically, going over the Battlefield 2042, like, trouble development. Here's the scary... Good lord, what the fuck was that voice crack? Here's the scary part. 100 million players. While 2042 struggled, competitors Call of Duty and Fortnite were posting astonishing player and revenue numbers thanks in large part to the popularity of their Battle Royale modes. EA's executive leadership believed Battlefield had the potential to stand toe-to-toe with them if the right calls were made and enough was invested. A lofty player target was set for Glacier, Glacier being the code name essentially for Battlefield 6. 100 million players over a set period of time that included post-launch support. 100 million. Now, granted, that is 100 million, you know, with the benefit of, like, over the entirety of Battlefield, you know, like, over the entirety of, like, the launch, like, life cycle, whatnot, and whatnot. But still, 100 million is a really big fucking number. Like, how big? Hold on. I'm curious, so can we get like a comparison? Battlefield 4 peak player count, or I guess highest, I guess, I don't want the Steam charts. Highest player count. Well, no, when was, hold on. Oh my god, it's giving me all Steam numbers. No, I want to see if, like, how many, I guess, how many people played Battlefield 4? Hold on. How many people played Battlefield 4? Live player count. It's just giving me, okay. Well, okay, I can't pull up a good, like, comparison and whatnot because it's not, because it's not giving me, like, a total player count for, like, how many people played the game, like, at once and whatnot. But still, 100 million players is a really fucking massive number, dude. Like, it is a scarily massive one. Would it be easier to get the Daytona 500 to have 100 million viewers or Battlefield 6 to have 100 million players? I mean, EA doesn't run the Daytona 500, so... Was here, I was just lurking. Last I checked, Criterion is the current dev for the next Battlefield. Got ya. Highest rated Daytona 500, the 2006 running, was 20 million. So obviously Battlefield has never achieved those numbers before, one EA employee told me. It's important to understand that over about the same period oh, we get a quote right here. Hold on. So it's important to understand that over about the same period, 2042 has only gotten 22 million, another said. Even 2016's Battlefield 1, the most successful game of the franchise by numbers, had achieved maybe 30 million plus. So the 22 million for Battlefield 2042, there's a bit of an asterisk next to that with the fact that Battlefield 2042 was/is shit, like complete dog shit. So of course, you know, you're not going to get super high player numbers because 2042 is, in my eyes, the worst Battlefield game ever. I will forever regret pre-ordering and getting like the gold edition or whatever it was. $100 fucking bucks down the drain, dude. $100 fucking bucks down the drain for a complete betrayal of Battlefield and its identity, you know, so that the devs could chase trends instead of creating all new ones. I want my $100 back, even though it's been literally years since I played the fucking fuck-ass 2042, dude. Dude, there are very few games that I hate. Like, there's plenty that I dislike, but full-blown hate, because I know how strong the word hate is, so I don't use it very often when it comes to games that, like, I'm not a fan of. 2042 is one of the few that I legitimately hate, like, where it gets my blood boiling, and it makes me want to fist fight EA. Just the embodiment of EA. But the fact that the most successful Battlefield game player count wise, Battlefield 1, which I fucking loved I fucking love Battlefield 1. The fact that only 30 million players had been achieved, that's only 30% of the overall goal. That's not even half of what EA is and like the higher ups are demanding that Battlefield 6 gets. Of course, most previous Battlefield titles had been premium releases with an upfront purchase cost and no free-to-play mode, whereas successful competitors like Fortnite and Call of Duty made their Battle Royale modes freely available, monetizing users with in-game purchases and season passes, yada yada yada. Most expensive. Skepticism. Ridgeline implodes. So another studio shutting down, it sounds like. Culture shock. So speaking with people who have worked or currently worked at DICE in Sweden, the tension between some at the studio and the new US-based leadership team was obvious, and to a degree that's expected. DICE had, quote, the pride of having started Battlefield and owned that intellectual property, that IP, but now the studio was just supporting it for American leadership, said one person who worked there. Further, there's a lot of distrust and disbelief when it comes to just operating towards numbers that very few people believe in apart from leadership. But the tensions appear to go deeper than that. Two other major factors were at play: scaling pains, the scope of the project, and differences in cultural values between US and the workers in Europe. DICE being originally a Swedish studio, they're a bit more humble. They want to build the best game, and they want to achieve the greatest in terms of the game experience. Of course, when you're operated by EA, you have to set financial expectations in order to be as profitable as possible. Yeah, okay, so it seems like, so internal conflict. Trying to see if there's any other like things I can skim here. The consequences for players, classic EA, yeah, what ends up on disc struggles a bit more, might push it into season 1 or season 2. That way players ultimately get the intended feature or not. Yeah, so Glacier's late arrival to Alpha and the team's problems with estimating the status of features could lead to a similarly significant, because Battlefield 2042 had a really big-ass day 1 patch. AAA's burnout problem. Let's see, there's that. Finding solutions, build more slowly. In this attention economy. You're vibing? In this economy? Work smarter, not harder. Okay, so that's the end of the article. So yeah, pretty much the TLDR of it. The TLDR of it and whatnot is that Battlefield 6 is in trouble. And like, I'm very worried because I feel like this is the do or die game for Battlefield. Like, because we had Battlefield 5, which was like, it developed into a solid experience. I didn't play a whole lot of it, but from what I've seen online and everything, it like started off really rough, but turned out to be strong. Then Battlefield 2042 was the complete and utter abysmal failure that it is. And if we have another complete abysmal failure with with Battlefield 6, aka Glacier, like whatever the official name is going to be like called and whatnot for it, you know, back-to-back massive failures and whatnot, especially with that 100 million player count, is like, dude, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Was flirting with someone in another Discord earlier. Got me feeling giddy and kind of horny, not gonna lie. Hey, look at you. Nice. Yeah, my heart was beating fast and all that. Plus, he's super cute, has big Yo, thick thighs save lives, chat. Thick thighs save lives. Fuck yeah, dude. All right, well, now that we've done our pre-stream rant and whatnot about various things, chat, we are here to play some Ace Combat 6. Ace Combat 6 Fires of Liberation. The retrospective may be done, but I still have a couple of things that I need to do, namely in the pursuit of 100%ing the game. I need to shoot down a couple more aces. I need to grab a couple more medals as well. I gotta do all that. Funnily enough, the Ace Combat 6 Xenia netplay save that came with whenever you downloaded the whenever you download the Xenia netplay like build on the Google Doc guide and whatnot has like all of like the aces and like all of the medals and whatnot done, but I deleted that since as of right now at least I don't intend on like trying Ace Combat 6's multiplayer for the time being because of the whole server requirement thing, the whole server requirement and whatnot. So yeah. Thick thighs. Doing leg day while listening and I may die. Today like for me at the gym. Here, we'll pause the music and we'll get Ace Combat 6 booted up here. There we go. For me, it was just a general day. Cause like, I normally just do like whatever I'm feeling at the gym whenever I go. I always start with a treadmill though, because as much as cardio sucks, cardio is very, very important and whatnot, you know? Cardio is very important. It sucks big time though, because like for the first like 2 to 3 minutes of like your run and whatnot, like you're good and whatnot. Like if you're running and whatnot, obviously if you're like doing a mixture of running and walking, then it's like fine and everything. But I want to get my mile and a half time down to pretty like good numbers and whatnot. I want to build up my stamina too, though, so that I'm not like relying on like the like treadmill arms for like support and whatnot, as well, so that I can actually like count my mile and a half times as like legit and whatnot, you know, and all that jazz too. Oh, me too. I do cardio first because I'll skip it otherwise. Yeah, cardio. Yeah, I always do that first. 12, 3, 30 for me because my poor knees. Gotcha. Never skip, W-ding, hee. Yeah, so cardio first, and then I'll either do some like dumbbell weightlifting. I'll do like some sit-ups as well. I'll do some sit-ups and all that. I like to do the chest press as well, like really build up the pecs and whatnot as well. I mean, my pecs aren't anything like too crazy right now, but I'm hoping that they can become a bit crazy as well. Thunder, can I become a menace for a bit? Go for it, yeah. What you got? So yeah, so we got a couple more medals here. So I still don't know. Okay, so awarded to those who maintain perfect landing form amidst the heat of battle. So is this just you gotta nail like all of the in-game landing minigames and whatnot? Because I feel like I've done that before, and yet I haven't gotten it. Because when I did my playthrough of Ace Combat 6 on Xenia here to get the footage for the review, or not the review, the retrospective on YouTube and whatnot, I did like all of the landings, like even the airbase landings. So I don't know what that medal could be. But I still need to get, so this is for Ace, Expert, Hard, and then, so I need to get all S ranks on normal. So I need to, of course, as with most S rank endeavors in Ace Combat 6, the problem mission, you know, liberation of Grace Maria and whatnot with Pasternak and the UAV. So we gotta hop back into our CFA 44 with the EMLs and do that. I still gotta do my no damage run, and I gotta do my machine gun only run. And then I need to get just one more ace, which this F-22 ace, I believe, is at Invasion of Grace Maria? Is that right? I feel like he's at Invasion of Grace Maria. Let me double check. Ace Combat 6 aces. Fires of Liberation aces. Named aircraft. Yeah, Pegasus. So shoot down all initial... So... Oh, wow, okay, so you do have to do... Okay, so it's a little bit... Okay, so shoot down all initial 15 targets and the 4 FA-18Fs that appear afterward within 120 seconds, then shoot down 2 of the 4 Rafale M's. Okay, so... Okay, well, no wonder I haven't gotten this ace yet. I like to save the bombers until later. Okay, so we gotta speed run the game and, like, shoot down all the bombers then. Okay, so... Initial 15 targets and the 4 FA-18Fs that appear afterward within 120 seconds, then shoot down 2 of the 4 Rafales. After all FA-18Fs are shot down, Pegasus will spawn near the player at high altitude. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Okay, can do. So we'll do that one first. We'll do that one first. Is there a I don't know. Does the Ace Combat Wiki, hold on. So on expert, okay, so we have to at minimum be at expert in order for the aces to shoot, or to show up rather. Yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, these aces only show up on expert and ace difficulties. Okay. Gotcha. Hi, Hypno Puppy. Do you want to be under someone's influence that tells you how much of a good boy you are? I bet you do because you're such a good boy, aren't you? You are deserving of the oh my, you shut your mouth. Oh my goodness. That is like, damn. Like, real talk, if I could be like hypnoed like that and like, you know, like, fuck. Honestly, I already forgot the landing, how the landing medal is triggered, even though I already got it. I'm actually curious. Let me look that up real quick. Hold on. Before we dive on in, Ace Combat 6 medals. What does the Ace Combat Wiki say? Frontline landings. Oh, so you just need to perform it a number of times then. Needle's Eye. Perform frontline frontline landings. Okay, so any instances where you cross the return line doesn't count. That's why. So it has to be on the air bases that you capture for Moloch Desert and Ania Landing and Siege of Silva and missions like that. Okay. Well, okay, that would explain it. Yeah. Okay, so you don't even have to like do the landings all that well. You just have to do them. Okay, well, shit, that's an easy medal that I can get like on my own time or something like that. Ask for permission for a reason. That's fair. That is very, very fair. That is very. But hey, you know what? I ain't complaining. Because that was a really hot read. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah. Okay, so we'll do expert difficulty. Mission 1. Okay, so all 15. Okay, so all 15 of the initial targets, then the FA-18Fs, then 2 of the Rafales, if I'm remembering right. I might be remembering not right. I might be remembering stupid. I might be doing a big stupid. I might be doing a big stupid and misremembering. Oh, chat. Ace Combat 6 on Ace Combat 6 at 60 FPS. It is beautiful. I do really hope we get like a native like Ace Combat 6 like PC port and whatnot, especially with like Xenia Recomp and whatnot being like a part of the, especially with like Xenia Recomp and the developments that are going on there and whatnot. Can you guys get those bombers, please? Ooh.
There's too many of them.
Use your SP weapon. Consent is sexy. Consent is very sexy, yes. Hell yeah, dude. Oh. Oh. So you do like it, huh, streamer? You bet I do. Okay, so then we shoot down the 4 FA-18Fs. Get those. And then 2 of the Rafales, if I'm remembering this right. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so then 2 of the Rafales, and then we should be good, and then it should be good from there. The Estevakians, their economy's been in shambles for years. Looks like they finally snapped. All right, so there's 2 of the Rafales. Oh, there he is. I saw him. There you go, big boy. All right. So at high altitude, yep, there you are. There you go. Will that get you? Hey, there we go. There's Pegasus. Good shit. There we go. Of course, it's only fun if both parties are having fun. Exactly. Honestly, let's just speed run the rest of this mission. I'm so used to like taking my time to get the S rank for this mission. Like speed running it and whatnot is like foreign to me, but like shit, dude, let's just do this then so I can get the ace. So I can get the ace update and whatnot. I think what I'll do first here is I will at least start progress. I'll start progress on the no damage run. That'll be the specific medal that I go after first. and whatnot. I don't think we're gonna be able to get the full campaign done. I mean, we're definitely not gonna be able to get the full campaign done within an hour, you know? Within, well, an hour and like hour and 15 minutes or so, more accurately, but we will make what progress we can for today. These are no ordinary cruise missiles. They'd like hell if you want out of this alive. You know, chat, I really should get like some kind of like hypno piece commission. Dude, I've got so many commission ideas in my head as of late. You know, one with like Puro, the hypno idea there. Like, dude, I have so many comm ideas and whatnot, but I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful. I mean, to be fair, I do get paid tomorrow. So if I really wanted to commission something tomorrow, I could. I get my money. I get funds. I get funds to do things because I have done my duty at work and whatnot. Chat. Okay, so who all can like be in agreement that like the interview question and whatnot of like, why do you feel so passionate to work at this company and whatnot? Can we imagine that like that question is just plain fucking stupid? Like, yes, I heard that you exchange, I heard that you give money in exchange for goods and services, and all that, you know? Like, why do you think I'm working, you know? Why do you think I'm working? Like, it's especially like, come on now, whenever it's like, I don't know, I fully admit I'm a bit biased when I say this because I am very bitter. I'm very bitter working retail right now. But like, especially if like a retail gig where like, you know that customers are gonna suck and whatnot, I mean, this isn't even necessarily like just with retail, it's like with every job and whatnot. They like try to push the whole, you're making a difference kind of thing and whatnot, you know? And like, respectfully, I'm just helping someone get their groceries for the week. That's not exactly a life-changing or revolutionary thing. So stop trying to blow smoke up my ass like it is. Just treat the job how it should actually be treated, essentially. It's not even the fact that like the job itself can be bullshit, right? Like, I recognize how bullshit retail can be, and yet I have worked retail, you know, as like I've only ever worked retail for my entire career so far. You know, my first ever job, you know, being like a person who like did like online orders and whatnot, you know, for summer 2020. Then I worked at like the first store, or not the first store, the second store that I worked at. I was there from summer 21 to September 24. And now here I am at the other store, like the current store that I work at. So like my whole life I've been doing retail. Dude, holy shit, we speed ran that and still got S ranks? Fuck yeah. Estevakia, Pegasus, A, and there's Garuda 1 for the assault record. Congratulations, the assault record is now complete. Fuck yeah, dude. Yo, good stuff. Good stuff. You know, but it's more so, it's just very insulting in my eyes for like higher ups to be like, oh, why are you so passionate about working at this company and whatnot? Oh, why? And then next thing, like, I need money. I need money and whatnot, you know? And you know, it's just because I distinctly remember, the reason why I'm mentioning this, I distinctly remember as part of the training videos that I had to watch when I first got hired in a September, or no, okay, so at the second store that I worked at, it was August. It was August that I got, or that I like walked out on them, and then I got hired at the new store that I'm working at right now in September. Okay, so I was off by a month. That's right, yeah, because I was able to be there for like Whiskey's month-long September subathon for most of it because I was unemployed. At that moment. But yeah, I just remember as part of the training videos, they like made it like seem like we're doing like a great service and whatnot, you know, and we're like, you know, we're like, you know, just, I don't know, you know, I don't know. Basically, they were just trying to blow smoke up my ass, you know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And then again, I don't know many things in life. Think twice, bro. I don't even think once. It was just very, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to go into a loop of I don't know. I love the why are you so passionate about this? Like, because, exactly, yeah. I heard you give money. Boss is that old school work crazy hard mentality. I'm over here like my computer turns off at 5 p.m. Don't ask for me after. Yes, I'm salary. I'm not doing overtime. Yeah, dude, no. Yeah, I am like I will do my work. I will do my shift that I am scheduled to work. but not a minute more. Not a minute more. I'm not doing overtime for your ass. Exactly. I'm that same way. Retail is not the problem. It's the people who are extremely stupid or entitled. Yeah. Like, if everyone was just, like, cool and chill and whatnot, then yeah, like, retail would be fine and whatnot, you know? But the reason why retail can be such a miserable experience is because of the people and whatnot, you know? And, like, ironically, as ironic as it is for me to say this, if anyone, like, watches, if there's anyone watching in the stream right now, or anyone who will watch the VOD, you know, and everything, if you do work retail, you all are unsung heroes. I don't mean to, I don't know, I'm jumping from, oh, we're not that important, to, hey, you guys are the unsung heroes and whatnot. It's more so just the fact that companies are, just like I said, trying to blow smoke up our ass and, like, paint a rosy picture, like, you know, rose-tinted glasses. Oh, it's so fun to work here. You can find a career at the store, you know, at this grocery store and whatnot. When, like, I don't know. At least for me, I'm just using this as a stepping stone for what my actual, like, career job will be, you know? If I'm supposed to go above and beyond, so should my pay? Exactly. Yes. Oh gosh, also sorry for not making it back on Monday before Wiki Start was getting the paperwork. Oh, you're all good, Adventure Awaits. You're all good. Hope the paperwork was chill. That got 6 times worse after the lockdown. They got more entitled and rude. Yeah. Like I said, chat, I mentioned this on Monday's stream and whatnot when we were doing our serious talk about, you know, about like how, you know, no Jackbox nights, and like I'm debating on what I want to do, you know, making the Discord server like either not one at all, or just have it be like read only and everything. 2020, like when COVID hit, that was like the moment when like my faith in humanity began to seriously die, you know? Like it was at that moment where I was like looking at that and I'm like, oh, well, shit, you know? That, like, I would say COVID definitely like made me way more of a pessimistic person, you know? Oh yeah, it went good. New car acquired. Yo, good shit. And it'll be here Friday? Fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. So chat, let's take a look at the Garuda 1 entry for the assault record and whatnot. As you can see here, all of our information here is just is blank. You know, the mystery of the Ace Combat protagonist here. American Air Force Eastern Region Air Defense, 8th Air Division, 28th Fighter Squadron leader. Little information can be found on this pilot and his background prior to the Ameria-Estevakia War. In 2013, he was assigned to the Eastern Air Defense Division and charged with defending Grace Maria. As the leader of Garuda Team, he engaged Estevakian forces on the first day of the conflict. His superior flying skills became apparent during the Battle of Kesed Island, Silvat, and were affirmed with the destruction of the Igaion. A truly formidable ace pilot, his record lists innumerable successful sorties despite insurmountable odds. He became so renowned among friend and foe alike that Estevakia ordered special operations focused solely on his elimination. Much is unclear regarding his career, but it is certain he was a key factor in the victories that helped determine the outcome of the war. He helped free Grace Maria and destroy the Chandelier, becoming an instant hero throughout the Republic of Ameria. Giga Chad Garuda 1. Alright, so there's all the assault record. So in terms of the gallery, like I said, let's get the all S ranks for normal as well. We still got the A rank for Liberation of Grace Maria that we got to clear up. At least on the bright side, this S rank should be fairly easy to get because it's normal difficulty and whatnot. It's not like hard or expert or anything. So I could take like way more, I could take a number more of like the machine gun and cannon hits and whatnot, you know, with like the drones show up and like the drones start to like aggressively chase you and everything. Thank you, my first ever mid-size SUV after having small cars my whole life. Was time to get big. Nice, good shit, dude, hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. But yeah, so like I mentioned it on stream before and whatnot, I'm debating like the firefighter EMT thing right now as like my main career and whatnot. And like, to be fair, like once I actually get my degree and whatnot, that is when I'm going to seriously start looking at like other career opportunities and whatnot, you know? Because I feel like I should hold off on like pursuing any like serious career endeavors until I get my degree and whatnot. And like retail is just like the retail is just like the holdout like job essentially is what how I'm currently viewing things right now. Yeah, I saw a little bit of Heine's message. You got a man pussy, don't you, or something like that? Thank you, Fuzon. Thank you, Fuzon. See, that is a good use of your moderation powers, not pinning false information. But good to see you, Heine. Hope your day's been going good. Hope your day's been going good and all that jazz. We're just here flying around in the skies for some more Ace Combat news and whatnot. Oh, you know what, chat? Okay. So you know what I just got reminded of, actually? Chat, has anyone else heard about the Top Gun Maverick, like, experience that's supposed to be coming to, Las Vegas in, like, 2028 or 2029? Has anyone else heard about that? Has anyone else heard about that? Because I was just made aware of that. Like, a friend of mine who I talk with, knows that, like, I love, like, planes and everything, and that I love Top Gun Maverick, like the movie and whatnot. Me being the Ace Combat nerd that I am. That's the first I heard. Yeah, so hold on, let me get the lo-fi music going again. Top Gun, that's nice. Tom Gun, yes. Yes, the B movie spin-off to Top Gun, but they can't actually call it Top Gun because that would get them copyright infringement. But this thing right here, yeah, immersive Top Gun experience featuring high-stake rides and hard deck-inspired bar to touchdown in Las Vegas. I can zoom in so you guys can read it a bit better. Opening summer 2028, it'll feature a gravity-defying thrill ride in which guests will embark on their own Top Gun mission. Ever dreamed of riding into the danger zone as a Top Gun recruit? Well, you'll soon get your chance. Paramount Global and Advent Allen Entertainment announced Friday that they are partnering to create an immersive Top Gun experience set to touchdown in Las Vegas. So summer 2028 is the current goal and whatnot. Currently titled Top Gun Las Vegas, the high-octane adventure destination will be located at the Strat Hotel, Casino, and Tower, and is set to boast a variety of gravity-defying thrill rides, as well as a reimagined version of Penny's iconic hard deck bar from Top Gun Maverick. So just talking about this, some concept... So, concept art right here. You know what's fucking crazy, chat? Is this, like, actual art? This does not look AI-generated. I think this is, like, actual... Like someone... Dude, in this day and age... Was someone actually paid to make concept art for this? Because if this was AI, then like the Top Gun like logos would be all like smothered and like people would be looking like deformed and everything. The American flag, like the stars and everything here would probably be fudged up as well. Dude, props to whoever the concept art is for this. You know, in this day and age. Concept art, so there's that. While it's not clear if the stars of Top Gun or Top Gun Maverick will reprise their roles in any capacity for the experience, Top Gun Las Vegas will feature a combination of daring rides, live entertainment, and dining experiences that aims to evoke the same spirit of the Tom Cruise-led 1986 action film and its 2022 sequel. That includes giving guests the chance to step into the cockpit themselves through fighter jet simulators, as well as a currently unnamed high-stakes thrill ride in which they will be assigned their very own pulse-pounding mission, brought to life using state-of-the-art ride systems and immersive technology. Then those who prefer... And if the mission that is Top Gun Las Vegas is a success, it may not be the only experience of its kind. Paramount and Advent Allen Entertainment confirmed in the press release that they are already exploring plans to launch the experience at several additional locations across the US and the rest of the globe. This isn't the first time Paramount has tried bringing the thrilling energy of the Top Gun films to life. 4 Top Gun branded roller coasters were scattered at Paramount parks across the US, but their name systems have been changed after the company sold the parks over the years. Damn. Oh, rest in peace, Val. By the way, rest in peace, Val Kilmer. Rest in peace, man. Salutes to you. Kaka? Pulse pounding mission? That's just me with the werewolf boyfriend. Yo, Droxix, welcome. Good to see ya. Oh yeah, that reminds me, was on Twitter. Someone post a tweet that we will replace human planes with AI that'll control the plane, and immediately got roasted by Ace Combat main characters. That people are posting about that, like how he destroyed somebody. Yeah, like the plot of Ace Combat 7. Dude, you know what's fucking crazy, chat? The plot of Ace Combat 7 nowadays, with like how crazy AI has gotten, hits different. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, Ace Combat 7, like, you know, presents the question, hey, what happens if AI goes too far? With, like, the drones and, like, you know, the aircraft operating autonomously, Hugin and Munin, you know, the two, like, Raven aircraft that show up at, like, the very end, or at the last 2 missions and whatnot. You know, like, dude, Ace Combat 7's campaign in this day and age is different. Because you know what's crazy, chat? Ace Combat 7 was released in 2019, and it's 2025 right now. And you know, the emphasis on like, you know, like AI and drones and whatnot, like, because ultimately, like within the universe of Ace Combat, you know, it's the whole like, oh, pilots are being replaced by AI and whatnot. And all of that. You know, I just realized, hold on, let me bring back the lo-fi music. I feel like having Liberation of Grace Maria of all tracks while talking about something as serious as this would be very counterintuitive, very counter to the experience. I don't think something as heroic as Liberation of Grace Maria is very fitting for a for a serious topic like this. Hold on, let me bump up the volume a little bit here. But, you know, like, you know, because, like, Ace Combat 7 is about, like, you know, drones replacing pilots, but you could take that formula of something replacing someone, and you could apply that to, like, all of the jobs that are, like, being cut right now with all of, like, the major companies and whatnot, you know, pushing to see just how many positions they can fill with AI. And all of that, you know, so that they don't have to pay people, so that they can keep on hoarding everything at the top. And all of that, you know, which is like, it hits different, you know, it hits very, very different, very different, you know, nowadays and whatnot like that. I mean, I don't know if I would make it a YouTube video. I don't know if I'd make this like a YouTube upload or whatnot of like, you know, of like Ace Combat 7's campaign hits different in 2025 or like whatever the case may be. But it is still very, like, you know, it's like, geez. Speaking of, don't know if you heard, a sequel to the Days of Thunder movie is apparently in pre-production. Oh shit, really? The Ace Combat 7 situation is insane. But think of the shareholders. Yeah, okay, so now I'm done with that. Chat, as a heads up, we will have an ad break incoming in about a minute or so. As usual, we will pause the game. We'll pause the game to let the ads run through and all that jazz, and then we will resume when the ad break is done. Bum, bum, bum. I mean, you know what? Okay, so chat, going back to the note of like working retail and everything, another reason why that like retail sucks is because having to work holidays. I thankfully didn't have to work on 4th of July. I naturally have, because 4th of July was a Friday, right? I naturally have 4th of July's off anyway, so I wasn't scheduled for 4th of July. And yeah, you know, making time and a half sounds nice, but like, not for something like a holiday, you know? Like, no. Is, you know, just nah. Nah. Yeah, holidays are terrible days to be working retail, but someone's gotta do it, you know? Same, felt cheated out of my holiday extra day off. That reminds me, you'll be surprised, MLG. Really? MLG somehow making a comeback? What? How? Initiate fire at 3 o'clock. Bum ba-dum. Bum ba-dum. Ba-dum bum. Ba-dum bum. Man, you know what my ideal like job would be for like while I'm at university and whatnot. You know, I will resume that thought later. Chat, we have our ad break here. Get the lo-fi music going again. Let me get the ad break text on screen. I'm sure there's a way that I can like have the ad break in progress text like pop up and like go away automatically through Sammy and everything. I just need to actually figure out how you do that, you know? I need to figure out how does one do that? I mean, yeah, that could be really good too right now, especially in college and whatnot, yeah. Saw a YouTuber that explains about MLG making a comeback. Should I get? Yeah, you can like Discord. Yeah, you can send the link in the Discord, or in my Discord rather. DM me. I don't have a Discord yet, and right now I'm still debating on whether I even want to do one, or if I'm or if I'm just gonna have it as like an announcements only kind of thing. There we go. I completely fucked up the terminology there. But yeah, you can DM it to me. Yeah. Add so I'm pretending you say yes. I hear. Yeah, go for it. DM it to me. So yeah, go for it. DM it to me. There we go. Ideal job is to be a stay-at-home trophy husband. JK, want to be a chemist. Like, here's the thing. Like, I mean, this is never gonna happen, right? Because this would never happen to me. But because like I'm too scared to like be in a relationship and whatnot. But like, if I did like have the opportunity, like if my significant other, if my partner made enough to like pay the bills and whatnot, and like they were supportive of like me just chilling and like staying at home and whatnot, and like continuing my YouTube and Twitch stuff, and all of that too, like, being like a, like a stay-at-home kind of like partner and whatnot, like I wouldn't mind that, And conversely, like if I was the one, like out and about and like my partner wanted to be stay at home, if we could make it work, then I would absolutely be down to like have them, if that's what my partner would want and everything, I would want, I want my partner to be happy. And so if like the income from my job can support it and whatnot, shoot, yeah, absolutely. Stay at home all you want, as long as you're happy, It's basically what Merle and his husband did. Gotcha. Me, an idiot, turning down that opportunity from my boyfriend when I was like, oh no, fuck. Ten seconds left on the ad break. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chat, welcome back from the ads. Welcome back. Let me pause the, yeah, you know what? Okay, I really like the lo-fi music of just chilling and whatnot. I really like the idea of just having chill, like vibey music and whatnot for like ad breaks and everything like that. Yeah, I definitely gotta find either some like copyright free stuff. Heidi, you said Vince Wolf, is it right? There was like a specific like artist that has like lo-fi stuff that's like is like, don't have to worry about DMCA stuff. Was it Vince Wolf you said, or was it someone else? Because I remember you saying it on Monday stream. I forget the name off the top of my head though. Yeah, him. Gotcha. Yeah, I might have to check out his stuff, see if I can I check out Vince Wolf's stuff to see if I can get some of his like stuff going for the stream and all that jazz.
There are enemy aircraft providing ESM. You'll be in a world of hurt if you let
Ironic, the first ad I got was Meta AI. Ew. I tuned it out completely. Oh, gross, is it the one about those awful glasses? Oh, I get that one all the time on YouTube. Shamrock, can you get those guys? Let's see. Chad, what the heck was I talking about before? I was talking about something or the, let me scroll. Yeah, so as what I was saying and everything, and I would absolutely be down for, oh, hang on, my mouse is still in the middle of the screen, let me move that over. But yeah, like I would totally be down to like stay at home. If my partner wanted to stay at home, and everything, I'd be good too. The thing is though, I'm more than likely not gonna have a partner because being in a relationship is scary. And everything there. But if I were to be in that situation in life and all that jazz. Warlock, look, I'm just interested in getting an S rank here. Why is it always Warlock and Dragon Busters that just have the worst time whenever we're playing this mission, chat? Why is it? Why is it Dragon Busters and Warlock that just have the worst time? Ha! Take that. I got shotgunned by a Rafal and yet I'm still alive. The benefits of playing on normal difficulty. Ha ha ha. Let's see. But think bigger, Thunder. If you both work from home, there's plenty of opportunity to make work calls interesting. Under the desk BJs when you and your partner both work from home. That's immediately where my mind went to. Hell yeah, like you're on a Zoom call or something, like you're on a Zoom call or something, and you got like your significant other whatnot underneath the desk. That sounds really nice, Like, see, there are moments where, like, I really like the idea of being able to have intimate moments with a significant other like that in my life, you know? Where I would love the idea of, like, you know, of, like, having, like, my significant other suck me off, you know, under the desk while I'm gaming, or vice versa, have me suck them off and everything, you know? So, you know, every now and then, you know, those experiences like, oh, I would, you know, that would be really nice. But at the same time, my brain is like, okay, but like, what if the relationship goes sour and everything, you know? Because there was a moment in my life, I know we were talking about, we talked about, like, you know, the fandom and, like, how it helped us, like, discover our sexualities and whatnot during Monday's stream when we were playing Changed and whatnot. But something that I had to, like, figure out on my own, not even necessarily, like, through the fandom and whatnot, was, like, whether I was just scared of, like, being in a relationship or if I was aromantic and whatnot. And I don't think I'm aromantic because I'm able, or because I feel, you know, I feel as if, like, me looking and like thinking about like having, like, you know, intimate moments with like a partner and everything, I like the idea, and I feel, you know, like the funny feeling in my chest whenever I think about that, you know? So I don't think I'm aromantic. I don't think it's a situation of like me not feeling like romantic attraction or something like that, you know? And if there are people who, you know, and for the people who are aromantic, hey, y'all are perfectly valid. Keep living your best life. Just how, you know, asexual people are valid, aromantic people are valid, anyone and everyone is valid for that matter. Y'all keep living your best life. Y'all keep living your best life. Do not, you know, succumb to like what fuckwits are telling you. Existence is resistance, all that, you know, and all that. All right, let's repair our damage, swap out to the EMLs here for phase 2. But, you know, so I think it's not a situation of like me being aromantic or something and whatnot. I think it's just that I am just nervous and scared about, you know, getting into a relationship with someone because of everything that could go wrong. And to be fair, there is a lot that could go wrong in a relationship, you know? You know? Fucking Donnie and the tanks. See?
Enemy forces throughout Grace Maria have been eliminated. Mission accomplished. We've got our capital back.
Skipping land. Oh, that's right. I need to get the medal. Oh, I completely forgot about the medal. I was focused on the S rank. All right. Well, you know what? No, another time. We're already past the checkpoint. I can't crash and yeah. Oops. I see your no partner and raise you an arrow cohabitation. Thunder's literally in my brain right now. It's my whole thought process on it too. Arrow is a spectrum though. It's possible to have that, but be generally disconnected from the idea. If I could word good, geez. Generally disconnected from the idea of romance. That is true. That is true. So maybe that could be what's going on. Maybe I'm like on a lighter end of the aromantic spectrum then. Where like I feel disconnected, you know, through fear, but like I still feel, I'm not sure. I might need to like think about it some more and whatnot. I might need to think about it and all that. Might need to think about it a bit more, because you do make a good point now that you mention it, yeah. Oop. There we go, my aim is sucking right now, jeez. Sucking like on how I sucked dick at FWA earlier this, sorry, what? It's a spectrum though. For me, it's I see potential in making a meaningful relationship with someone, even platonically, but they live too far away. There you go. Hey, nice, good stuff. Thank you, Druxix. Could go for anything. You can't just keep saying, but this and this and this can go wrong, because by that logic, anything will go wrong. True, but the way that I view it in my head, there's a lot more that could go wrong with like a relationship that has very serious consequences and whatnot. You know, like for example, say that like, you know, a stream doesn't go well, right? Like let's say, like, because in theory, a stream could have really bad connection issues for a day or something, and it's just a terrible day to stream and whatnot. I recognize those those possibilities, and yet I still stream anyway. But with a relationship, you know, there's a possibility that, like, I could end up dating someone who turns out to be, like, a crazy person, you know? and all that for one reason or another, you know, and all that. Or maybe, you know, we, like, the partner and I are, you know, we get into a long, fulfilling relationship for like 10 plus years or something like that. But then through something, the partner, like, say, like, let's say the partner, like, dies or something like that, right, and everything, like, I'm going to be absolutely gutted for, like, the rest of my life, and there's gonna be a hole in my heart that can't really ever be filled later down the road, you know? Or if the partner, like, after 10 plus years, like, cheats on me, or, you know, some other situation where, you know, for one reason or another, we can't just be together anymore, what if they end up, you know, wanting to get revenge for all of the past time that, or for all the time that was spent in the relationship, 10 plus years down the drain, because, you know, we're breaking up now, and because they're a bad, you know, they're a shitty person and can't, you know, have things, you know, split, like, amicably and whatnot, they feel the need to get back on me, and so, you know, all of, like, the personal stuff that I've told my, you know, significant other, the things that I only feel comfortable telling them about, what if they suddenly, like, weaponize that against me or something like that? Like, what if they weaponize or, like, blackmail me to, you know, blackmail information, you know, like, personal information, you know, in order to get a more favorable, like, outcome in a divorce if we ever go as far as to get married and, you know, become husbands or, you know, significant others, you know, not just like boyfriends or something like that, you know? So the severity in which things could go, yes, I know I skipped the landing sequence again, but I don't want to get blasted in the ass by ADMMs either. But I, you know, so yes, I recognize the whole, like, half empty, half full, there's everything in life can go wrong, but the severity in which things could go wrong in a relationship, the severity of it is what scares me. Not necessarily the concept of something going wrong in and of itself, if I'm making any sense there. But yeah, I can understand the fear because of the commitment, yeah. Because, like, I don't want to commit to a relationship that, again, goes on for, like, 10 or, like, 15 years or something, and then have nothing to show for it because, like, the partner and I, you know, have split up, you know? Even if it was, like, an amicable split, like, even if it was a very civil, like, you know, very civil, you know, like, we can still be friends, but, like, it's clear that this can't work romantically anymore kind of situation, you know? Kind of thing, you know? Like, even if that, I'm still gonna feel like, damn, that's like 10 years with this other person down the drain, you know?
It's coming fast.
You know? And the one of the reasons, like, why I think I'm, like, never gonna be ready for a relationship is because when thinking about relationships, I have those thoughts, those kinds of thoughts, those more negative sort of what if thoughts, more than I do thinking about, like, happy thoughts with like intimate moments with, like, a significant other or a partner or something like that, you know? So I think that's why I'm scared, you know? Gave you the video? Good stuff, good stuff. That's my situation. Oh, let me scroll down because there's a little bit on the chat. I think it's the pessimistic part about you telling you that. Yeah, it could definitely be that. I will fully, I will not fight that. I will not argue that one bit. I am way more of a pessimist than I am an optimist, you know? I'm definitely way more of that. Well, yeah, relationships are a leap of faith, not only romantic ones, but... Oh, who game overed? What? Yo, Rex! Rex the Knight, welcome. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. Hope your day is going good. I thought the music doubled over for a second, but no, that was just one of the, that was just a stream redeem. I'm like, what? Hope your day's been going good though. Rex, how's it going? That's why you have to be friends with someone before, before saying that, like, you guys are, before saying that you guys are a couple, yeah. Let's see, quote 58, object is probably going to fight. Yo, Sume Wolf, welcome, good to see ya. Hope your day is going good. Should I nuke Thunder? So I could be friends with someone, could also get killed by people you meet, in cons. You know the internet, but I don't see you talking about that. Well, I mean, yeah, but, like, that's an unheard of thing. Someone, like, I'm not gonna argue that, like, the possibility doesn't exist and whatnot, you know? I'm not gonna argue that you can die I'm not gonna argue that you can't die at cons, but the rate in which people get murdered in their hotel rooms by their roommates at cons is very small compared to the percent of divorce and breakups, at least in the United States. Like, it is way more statistically likely that a relationship will go awry than to me dying at like my con room at a fur con or something like that, you know? Get those fears 100%. My feeling is the same, but my personal issues is when someone gets too obsessive attached, it makes me get over. Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Yeah, where someone, where like they don't like give you the personal space that you need in like the relationship, and they think, you know, they think that like they have to constantly be with you every single step of the way, and I see what you mean. Yeah. That's why you have to work yourself in before you go into any relationship. Yeah, I totally get it. It's like, would you enjoy the presence of it's like you would enjoy the presence of another, but worry it'll be overwhelming. Exactly, yeah. I like the idea of having more intimate moments and whatnot, but just if, you know, just like if we're ever gonna get into like a relationship or something, you know, that like when shit gets serious and whatnot, that's when it's like, you know, scary. Let me scroll down a little bit. Scroll down a little bit more. Howdy. Hey, yo, Feet for Socks. Welcome. Good to see ya. I am a... When did I say... I mean, it's going good. I am a cheap-ass pussy, and I know it. Absolute gold. When did I say that? Get myself some agua. When did I say that? I mean, well, yeah, it was during a Modern Warfare 3 stream. It had to have been during Spec Ops, like, Veteran and whatnot. But just when did I say that? I'm trying to remember the context in which I could have said that. If my aim could be literally any better, that would also be very conducive to my long-term success here. There we go. I agree with that. I agree with that up there too, that it extends to any relationship. I'm proud of the fact that I have 3 adult friends total that I consider actual friends. People think it's odd for so few, but why would I want? Why do I want any fair weather over good ones? Yeah, like quality. Yeah, quality over. Can you fuck off? Jesus. There we go. My God, the UAVs were all up on my ass. My God, they all wanted a turn at getting smothered at my ass. Jeez. Good Lord. But what were we say? Yeah, like quality over quantity type stuff. Yeah. And to be fair, yeah, like that kind of risk can apply to like friendships as well and whatnot, you know, but it just, to me, it hits different when it's your significant other, like the other half of your life, essentially, you know? The person who could potentially live with you for the rest of your life, the person that like you would trust with like facts or like info about yourself more than you would trust like even say say one of your best friends or something like that. You know, it's just like it just feels like the stakes are much higher when it comes to it just feels like the stakes are much higher for like significant other stuff. Okay, Pasternak, there you go. Down you go, bro. There you go. I hate to say that I get bored of someone, but if they're too involved, it makes me bored of their affection, I guess. Not wording. Like you need like a cooldown, essentially. Like you are capable, at least from what I'm pulling from what you're saying there, Adventure Awaits, is that like similar to how like people have a social battery, there's like an affectionate battery, if that makes any sense, where like yeah, you can like you want to have those moments and everything, but if you have those moments, you know, like every single moment of like every single day and everything, it can get like bland and dull, and so you need to like recharge that. Is that a good way to put it, or am I misunderstanding when I say that? Well, yeah, the point is those are just possible scenarios, and you still have control over them for the most part. Can prevent them sometimes. My point is don't let that fear drive you into making decisions. I mean, in some instances, yeah, but like, again, what if, like, I have no control over what I have no control over what my partner will do in the next 10 years and whatnot, you know? And so if I put that, like, that level of commitment into a relationship only for, like, nothing to turn up from it, you know? Hey, we got the SP camo for the CFA44. Good stuff. There we go. We still need to get the prototype skin though. But we got the Strigan skin for the CFA44 now. Finally. Okay. So gallery, medals. There we go. All campaign missions on normal. So all that's left is no damage, machine gun, and then just getting our 10 frontline air-based landings. Excuse me. Nice cock. Perfect. Does anyone know a good spot to meet up with some werewolves? 14 of them, to be exact. You don't get bored of someone's attention. That's a normal part of a romantic relationship. You just get used to that person's company attention, and that's completely normal of any couple. That one... Oh, yeah, the survival. So it wasn't Spec Ops Veteran, it was survival mode then, yeah. Fusan, should I bully Thunder now or wait? Suppose so. Bored isn't really the right word. I think just shut down mentally, like the sensation of being overstimulated, just can't function. Yes, exactly that. It's like, yes, exactly that. It's like being overstimulated as an introvert. I said most of them, not all of them. Well, I gotta cover some bases, you know? I gotta cover the remaining bases that you left out, you know? and no, but like real talk, you know? Real talk. I like, you know, I've said this before on stream, but I never like to say never because I like the here, look at the lo-fi music going again here, because I like the idea of well, you know what? Hold on. Let me of this game right now. Hold on. So we'll do SP. We'll do hard difficulty. I don't know if normal counts for medals. We'll do hard difficulty just to be safe. I forget if I know you can't get medals on easy mode. I forget if you could do that on normal or not. I forget. Oh, wait, still need to, oh, wait, no, did I misremember? Is this the prototype skin? Oh, the prototype skin comes first. Okay, and then the Strigan skin is what we unlock at the very... Oh, okay, I'm just dumb. Okay, never mind. I misremembered the order in which you unlock the skins. Sorry, I'm dummy doo-doo head stupid, but what else is new about me? Okay, gotcha. I managed to get the gun-only medal with Scarface's. Yo, nice. And it would make sense for you to use Scarface's SU-33, because, yeah, in Ace Combat 6, it doesn't have SP weapons. Reflective of how there were no SP weapons in Ace Combat 2. Yeah, but back to what I was saying, I never like to say never, because like maybe in like 5 years time, my perspective on relationships will change and I'll be ready to take that leap of faith, and you know, I'll have to make peace with the fact that things could go wrong and everything like that, you know? At the same, well, you know, like at the same time, I mean, maybe it stems from the fact that like I'm a little bit aimless on what I want to do with my life right now. Like I want to feel like I have my shit together, cause like I don't know. I feel like I have some of my shit together right now. Like I'm going after my degree and whatnot. But I don't know. I don't want to enter a relationship and like still be working retail, as weirdly specific as that sounds and whatnot. Like I don't know. I just feel like I should have a better job and whatnot, if that makes any sense. Like if I were to go into a relationship, I feel like I should have like a job. Let me rephrase that. I feel like I should have a job that I could be proud to say that I have, essentially. Not I should reword it. It's not necessarily about the job itself, because like fuck whatever other people think about the job, right? You know, and everything, like, because there are people out there who like, you know, who look down on like retail or like fast food or something like that, you know. Those people unfortunately exist and whatnot, you know. But, you know, people have to do them, and for some people, it's like the only job that they get accepted. They get a letter of employment from after sending like hundreds of job applications, because job hunting is a job in and of itself and everything. And all that. I guess it would just be more so about like what I would be proud to say that I do for a living. Because like as specific of an example as this is going to be, has anyone seen those videos where there's a person going around at a furcon asking fursuiters what they do for a job? And like you'll hear people say that, you know, they work in like chemistry, or they're a software engineer, or they're an accountant or something like that, you know, and all that, or they're like a full-time fursuit maker, or they do content creation stuff like YouTube or Twitch or something like that, you know. I don't know, like if I feel as if like if I were to be interviewed by someone like that and I just said, yeah, I work like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit too hard on myself when I say that. But like, you know, it also ties in with me like wanting to get out of retail just in general to and everything. But like, I don't know. Between the fact that like, I don't know. Between the fact that I'm working retail and I don't have my degree yet, and like I don't have my own, you know, place yet, but honestly, who could even afford their own place in this economy? The fucking housing market and everything, and all of that. I don't know. Like, even if I wanted to, I feel like I'm not in a good spot to like want to like be in a relationship with someone. I don't know. I feel like I have to. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you mean the girl or Astra? I think that's who. Let me see. Hang on. Furrycon, what do you do for your job? Furrycons, what do you do? What do furries do for a living? Oh, I've seen the videos from Split Grape Soda. I've seen like these photos videos.
I used to be a civil engineer.
See, like software dev and civil engineer. My retail ass can't compare to that. Bro is casually flexing on his awesome job. Meanwhile, here's pitiful me.
Thank you so much. Hi, what do you do for a living?
I'm an electrical engineer. I do power systems control.
Awesome.
Specializing in arms systems control.
What do you do for a living?
Hi, I work in a cold shop.
I love that. Thank you.
Cold shop? Nice.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a remote clinical data entry.
See, like, I would want a remote entry, like a remote data entry position and everything, you know? So, like, I don't know. Like, me with my retail oh, yeah, I work at retail at, like, insert the store that I'm working at here, like, well-known chain and everything. I'm not gonna list my exact place of employment because I don't want to dox myself like that, but, you know, in the middle of that. So, like, I don't know. I feel like I would be the sore thumb out of that if I were to be included in that, you know? Yeah. Oh, that is her? Gotcha. Okay, so Split Grape Soda is just, yeah. Yeah. Software jobs are on their own peril, question mark, right now, because of that is true. Yeah. That is, yeah, with companies like wanting to see just like how far they can get with AI. That is true. Yeah. Also, love language is quality time, so just exist in my presence and I'm happy. Sort of like David Bowie, you're watching yourself, but you're too unfair. Dude, that quote is, yeah. That quote hits home because I have had that exact problem for like years at this point. Like I've said it on stream before, but for anyone new here, I'll say it again. I think me being hard on myself is like my biggest weakness, you know? Like when I'm like not learning something right, or like when I feel like I should have done something better, or like even if I just have an honest to God like mistake and I forget something, you know, even though I should remember it and whatnot, you know, or if I like make a mistake that like causes other people to like, if I make a mistake that causes other people to be distressed, even for like, even for just like a split second, I'm often pretty hard on myself for something like that. So yeah, like me being rough on myself is like my biggest weakness, I would say. Yeah. A 2-bedroom apartment, you say? You know, I would much rather prefer an apartment over a house. And I'll tell you why. I'm not even kidding when I say this. I would want an apartment because I wouldn't have to mow the fucking lawn in the summer. That is like, I'm not even kidding. That is the reason why. Also, it also helps with the fact that because it would be an apartment with a landlord, if anything were to go wrong, it would be up to the landlord to get someone to go to the apartment to fix that up. Meanwhile, if you own your own house, yeah, you gotta mow the lawn during summer and everything. But also, if like the plumbing in your house goes wrong, you have to be the one to call the plumber to get that fixed. And all of that. But with an apartment and everything, with a landlord and everything, you just tell the landlord, hey, can you get someone in my apartment to fix this because shit's going wrong, or something like that, you know? It's okay to watch, you shouldn't compare yourself like that though. It's okay to watch other people and wanting to improve, but using it to look down on yourself is not the way. Definitely don't compare yourself. Remember if they have a full suit, they have money. Yeah, I try my best not to do so. I've gotten much better at that. I've gotten much better at like not comparing myself to others and whatnot, and everything, because like they've had more time, or you know, maybe they're just particular circumstances in life allowed them, allowed them to be better. But like but you know, then there are other cases where like, you know, shit, I started college in 2020, I'll be ending college in 2026. So 20 to 21 is year 1, 21 to 2, 23, 24, 25. So I will have spent 6 years in college for what is supposed to be a 4-year degree. And yeah, I know, you know, quote unquote 4-year degree and everything, but still I'm feeling really antsy on getting the degree out there. So like seeing other people, like, I think the main thing is that seeing people in a situation where it seems like they have things in control, not quite life figured out per se, you know, because I don't think anyone has life fully figured out, like 100%. You can get close, but life's gonna throw you a curveball at some point, you know? So I'm hesitant to say, like, you know, them having life fully figured out, but like they're in a position where they have like 75 to 80% or more of life figured out. And then here's me where I feel like I only have like 30% of my life figured out, if even that, because I know I'm content doing YouTube and Twitch stuff, you know? I'm content and happy with YouTube and Twitch stuff. I'm getting my degree and everything like that. But then other circumstances where like I'm unhappy with the current job that I've got. I think question mark that I would want to go into like EMT, firefighter, first responder type stuff. But even then, I'm not sure because, you know, I can handle blood okay, but I don't do guts and like intestines and everything okay. And I'm probably going to see that at some point in my career. So like, is that just going to be a thing that gets me to quit? Or am I going to have to like just expose myself to that shit naturally, you know? Am I gonna have to binge watch all the Final Destination movies before I start EMT school or something like that, you know? Or, you know, something or the other like that. And then if EMT, like firefighter stuff doesn't figure out, then I've got no clue what I would want to do next and everything, you know? Cause like I've been bouncing around a lot on what I want to do in my life, cause like as a kid, so little lore about me. As a kid, I wanted to be like I wanted to work construction first. I then wanted to be a train conductor next, because train go choo choo and everything like that. I wanted to be that. Then I wanted to be a video game developer, which I thankfully abandoned that pursuit, at least AAA like game dev stuff anyway, because fuck working in AAA. Working in AAA games is like, I could never, you know, and props to anyone who is like in AAA right now. I am so sorry for you guys. So to house construction, to train conductor, like train conductor / train operator, then video game dev. Then I went into college undecided, thought I wanted to be a computer scientist / software engineer. But then I dropped that. Then I thought I wanted to go into digital arts and everything, which is what I used to major in before I swapped to my like bachelor's of liberal studies, which is just a general like, you know, general kind of thing where it's like just get 120 credits in whatever and you're good, like not even a specific field per se, you know, and all of that. So the digital arts, you know, that. And like now here I am thinking I want to be like a firefighter EMT, but keep in mind, let's count it again, chat. Let's count it again. Construction, train operator / conductor, video game dev, computer scientist, software engineer. I'm not counting the swap to undecided as a career change, so we're at 4 right now. Then digital arts, and now I'm at firefighter EMT. That is 6 career changes. Granted, there is an asterisk next to like the first couple, because the first 3 was when I was a kid / a preteen, but still, that's like 6 different career changes. And like, there are stories of like kids who've only had like 1 or 2 like changes like as they've grown up and everything, you know? So it feels like I don't have the control in my life that I feel like I should, if I'm making any sense there. You know? AI can't create, only replicate. Thunder's being hard. Should only be hard on your hand, not hard on yourself. I mean, what? Thankfully, you don't have lawns here in Latin America. Trying to get a... Hey, what the fuck? Who's nuking? What the fuck? Oh, my stream manager is entirely... What the fuck? You can't just nuke the stream. Did you wait for... Did you wait for, like, me to be done with my rant? Okay, time for funny? What do you mean time for funny? Quickly to the bunker! What the fuck? You can't just do that! No, you can't... No! We lost a tragic. We lost a Fulf today. W Ding Boom. I love W Ding Boom. Last maniacally, I totally waited until the perfect time during that rant to nuke. Trying to get to a stabler point in your life before a relationship makes sense, but remember a ton of people work in retail. True, yeah, true. And like I hope like me talking negatively about like my experiences in retail isn't like off-putting and whatnot. I hope I'm not like indirectly throwing shade to like other people who work in retail and whatnot, because like that's not meant to be the intention, you know. That's not meant to be the intention at all. It's just my personal experience. I don't mean to like be indirectly saying, hey, everyone else who works retail is like has no control over their life or something like that, because for all I know, there's someone who's perfectly content working retail for their career or something, you know. I hope I'm not like coming off as like saying that everyone in retail, you know. I hope I'm not like indirectly saying that or anything like that. Oh, my reason is because I can end up, can up and move at any time and stuff hits the fan with, excuse me. It's because I can up and move at any time if the stuff hits the fan. Yeah, I can, I mean, I got my passport too, so I can get the fuck out of Dodge if things go bad. I'm gonna fly my ass over to like Europe or something. Or hell, honestly, I wouldn't even mind if like I need to leave the US or something. Like I would, like I could like move to Canada, could like fly over to Europe, or hell, honestly, I mean, it would take a while, you know? The prospects of this are very minimal because I would need to, like, fully learn and be fluent in Japanese, but, like, if situations called for me to, like, leave the US or something, I could totally see myself, like, living in Japan, too, you know? I've got no idea how you would get Japanese citizenship, but, you know, and all that. Boy, I took 4 cap years, don't even stress that. Thunder started college in 2022, and I should finish it next year. I have even less, you should be thankful, but real talk, that's something that's always in the back of our minds. We're all wired at a young age by adults that we have to have life figured out by adulthood, yeah. Steam train or diesel train? I mean, honestly, it was just any train. It wasn't like even a specific kind of train. It was just, ooh, train. Like steam, diesel, like whatever it was. Sounds like every child. Proto Wolf worked, oh, did they actually? Biggest career advice, network, yes, yeah, like promotions and advancement nowadays are more so about who you know rather than like actual job experience. Just go to any career fair your campus does, doesn't matter what for, bring the resume and chat up random companies. I did that and that's how I got my opportunity for my career. Undecisive, that's why you're bisexual, just quickly to the bunker. I mean, have an FT career job, pays well, went back to, full-time career job, pays well, went back to part-time retail because my social skills were regressing. I mean, say less, I've got a secondary citizenship. Japan is not a good place. Oh, is it not really? Is it not? Oh, like is the work culture bad or like what? Oh, is it not really? Oh, well shit, if it's not a good place to live, then I guess I'll just stick with either Canada or Europe if I've got to move. Yeah, it is. Oh no. Uh-oh. That's not good. Shit. I can imagine why. Uh-oh. Ooh. Hold on, let me do a big stretch. Oh my goodness. Great to visit, not to live, especially as a non-Japanese person. Gotcha. Got ya. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. Hold on. Oh, I gotta get more stretches in. More stretches in. Oh my god. Dude, you'd think that I'd be like all stretched out and ready to go after the gym today. Dude, when did this become like a part just chatting stream? Shit, I just realized we've been chatting for like the past like half an hour or something. Let's get at least one mission in. Let's get at least one mission in our no damage run mission in. People are overworked and they expect to never quit the job even if it's a shitty one. Really? Oh, so, okay, so it is like toxic work culture then, it sounds like, yeah. Stretched out and haul? Stretched out and haul?
Do whatever you can.
Ayo, what? Real shit? Now, if you want to go Canadian, say less, good boy, Fulf. Like, real talk, I think, like, Canada would be the most likely place that I would want to move to if shit does hit the fan to the point where I need to evacuate the US, because it's It's the closest one. I could get there by land as well. I wouldn't even need to do air travel, which is a big plus. It helps with like flexibility and everything. I'd be able to get in with just like my like the passport like card that I have, like not even like the little booklet that you need for air travel. Because if I'm remembering right, like if I'm remembering like ground travel, you can get through by just with like your passport card. Whereas with air travel, no, if you're traveling state to state, if you're traveling domestically, I think you can get through with just like, you know, your passport card, but like you need the booklet if you're traveling internationally, right? I don't know. I might be misremembering. I might be getting the details of that a little bit wrong. Thunder, don't stretch on stream, or do I can't judge. Oh, I mean, I'm gonna stretch on. I'll stretch on stream. Are you saying don't stretch on stream as like a reverse psychology effort thing to have me stretch on stream so you can hear me grunt and moan and shit? Is this a reverse psychology kind of thing? Cause I can see right through it, and honestly, you know what? That's based. Just say chat. Just say that you want me to moan into the mic live on stream, and I can do that for you. Hot. Oh damn. As a dual citizen, I got a +1 spot. Ooh, duly noted. Duly noted. Hell yeah. Still waiting on that solar flare, so the people who got used to the internet far too long will get the taste of a worldwide blackout. What happens to E621 though? We won't be able to jork it to E621 if we have a solar flare blackout. What? You can use the card either way, flying or driving, just not out of the continent, I think. Gotcha, okay. Yeah, so domestic travel, you can use the card, but anything international, you have to have like the little booklet, which I got both, so I'd be set either way, but gotcha. Gotcha. Had enough, boys. Had enough, boys. Use your imagination to jerk off. Heine, just say to jerk off, to rub one out like a normal person. Don't say goon. My God. Had enough, boys, or had enough, comma, boys. Use the magazines in the forest. Chat, if we have a worldwide, like solar flare blackout, chat, who wants to go dumpster diving with me for some E621 comics? like the physical comics that like artists occasionally print out and like sell at cons or something. Boom, ba-dum. Start printing. Had enough, boys, or had enough, boys. Definitely, comma. Da da bum ba da dum. Oh, I've also, so for the next YouTube upload, I've actually decided that I'm gonna do something. I'm actually gonna do one video, like one maybe two. I definitely want to do one video before I move on to the joint assault retrospective. I know I said that I wanted to do the joint assault retrospective immediately after I got done with Ace Combat 6, so I could get Radman VPN off my fucking machine with like the whole allow all apps debacle and whatnot that I had when trying to get the initial setup for trying to get Ace Combat 6's multiplayer work all set up. But I want to do at least one more. The next video is going to be about Tom Clancy's End War, older RTS game. I was inspired to make it because while I'm still learning the ropes of Broken Arrow, but I'm having a lot of fun with that game. But I want to actually get good at Broken Arrow because I'm still very much a novice. I'm still very much still learning the ropes of Broken Arrow. I want to get good at Broken Arrow before I like make a video on it, but I do want to make a video on it at some point. And so because of that, I got in the RTS mood, the real-time strategy game mood. So I'm like, you know what? An older RTS game that I actually like, you know, that I actually like feel like that I'm good at and everything essentially. Let's try and find the Red Rusker comics. Start printing. Chat, every single time I think of printing, I think of Jaw's like scooter like printing. The if you guys have ever been a part of Jaw's streams, the channel points TTS that is scooter. goes every now and then. Why are you printing? Or like whatever it is that Jaw says. Spooter printing them big feet, them big pobs. Printing them big paws for his only spoods. Hey, I'm on your side. Isn't your IFF working? Speaking of freight print media, did anyone ever read ISO? I don't think I've heard of ISO before. What's that about?
Warning, additional enemy planes have been spotted on radar.
You don't want to know how many. like how we interrupted Tosha's like little speech there. Damn, immediately fucked up Strigan lead. Don't think I can fly like this. Grace Maria is under our control. All planes return to base. Strigan 2, I'm leaving you in charge. Roger, Lieutenant Colonel Wojciech. I'll take command from here. I hope you make it, sir. Dude, chat, how come I could just memorize miscellaneous dialogue from an Ace Combat game like that, but yet I can't memorize, like, mathematical shit? What is wrong with my brain? What is wrong with my brain?
Comply with the order and head west.
This is Avalanche, we're not going anywhere.
Listen, it's only temporary.
It's called being on the spectrum.
All remaining forces from each area.
Me when I get the Ace Combat autism instead of the good math and sciences autism.
Follow the order.
Fixations are wonderful things. Furry buff tiger gets annoying. Hot wolf college roommate has a string of wacky situations. Overall, a really good coming of age and dealing with understanding yourself as LGBT and society around it. Oh, gotcha. So like it's an actually okay. Shoot, I might need to check that out then. Shoot, that legitimately sounds like a good like story. Yeah. Bum bum. There we go. Chat, I think we'll just swap to just chatting for like the next, or we'll do just chatting rather. I'm not gonna swap the category, I don't think. For the next like 10 minutes, because I don't, well, hold on. Hold on. No, you know what, actually? No, I scratched that. We should be able to knock out Vito's aerial defense real quick. Within 8 minutes. I feel like we should be able to knock out that one. Actually, no, scratch that, scratch that. I mean, we'll still chat. I'll still yap. Shoot, especially with using the CFA-44, yeah. We've been chatting regardless, yeah. You can find it fully scanned online from the original artist, which is dope. Nice. Bought it back in the day when they were writing it as it came out. Oh, good shit. Nice.
And are still on course for Vitose.
They're here.
Head back to the base if you need supplies. You can land there at any time.
Takeoff complete.
Good luck up there.
Garuda team, a formation of enemy bombers is on its way to Vitose. Take them out.
Alrighty. Fight a good fight, troops. You're our only hope. I really like the, I think the Ace of Aces version of this mission is really neat, where like you have the allied attack function, but the allied attack function is for like the whole array of like anti-air like defenses that you have at like the bottom there. It's not your traditional, at least not for like the majority of the mission at least, it's not your traditional one where you've got like air units and whatnot that can help you out. What if it's 100 Fahrenheit, right? Jeez. Is that just like the base temperature, or is that the feel-like temperature too? Dude, because 100, dude, like this summer has been fucking nuts, man. This has to be like one of like the hottest summers that we've ever had, like real talk. Because I think the hottest that it's ever gotten for me in terms of like feel-like temperature-wise was like 98 with like a feel-like temperature of 100, like 100 or 102, I think. 100, 101, 102, somewhere around there. But God, it was not fun. It's on those kinds of days that like it's on those kinds of days where I'm like those kinds of days where I'm like where I'm like, damn, like this is why I prefer it to be like cold, you know, colder instead of hotter. Base temperature feels like 94. Gotcha. Rip on that temperature. It's in the 90s over here too. And it's full comics, like visual novel lengths, not one-shots. Yo, nice. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Don't know if you already knew, but I can, confirm the no damage run still counts if you restart from checkpoint mid-mission. Good to know, good to know. That's what I thought, but like, I also wasn't sure at the same time either, because the only way that you could restart from checkpoint is by crashing, or, no, wait, no, you can you restart from, does it give you the option to restart from checkpoint once you, like, complete an operation, or is it just the one retry mission? I don't think I've ever ran into a situation like that, have I? Then again, it's been a minute since I've done a no damage run either, so I don't know. I way prefer winter, which makes it nice to live. Our summers do get crazy hot though. Dude, I hate summer. Summer is like my least favorite season. Summer's my least favorite season just because of the fact that, like, bro, I quit. I'm dying, help. That, like, I could, like, here I am sweating my ass off right now when it could be infinitely, like, colder and whatnot, because it's way easier for me to warm up than it is to cool down. Because, like, you can put on as many blankets and, like, layers of clothing as you need to, but with, but with summer, it's like you can only take off so many layers of clothing before you're butt-ass naked and you're still sweating like a motherfucker, you know?
Fourth enemy bomber confirmed down. Keep up the good work.
Those are the days where you just let your balls out. Hold on, wait. Hold on.
Bombers are still incoming. Stay sharp.
Hold on. There we go. That ought to get a couple of them. Oh, ADMMs, I love you. I love you, ADMMs. Ooh, when that guitar kicks in for Vitesse aerial defense here, the track. Ooh, dude. Drive. Monka steer. There we go. Well, now it's the last of them, Windhover. Now it's the last of them. ADMMs in Ace Combat 6, Giga Chad. Yeah, dude, the ADMMs got fucking butchered for future games, though. Like, I think the ADMMs for, like, Assault Horizon, if you have the CFA 44, as part of, like, the enhanced edition of the game on Steam, or if you got, like, the DLC for it for consoles or something. And then, from what I remember, the ADMMs in Infinity weren't, like, too good either. Like, they got butchered, I think, in, like, future releases. You know, I think Ace Combat 7's ADMMs are just right, where it's not, like, overpowered and, like, busted and whatnot, but, like, it's still, like, it can still do the job. So, like, you have your, like, absolute busted ass ADMMs in 6. Then you've got your, busted ass ones in ADMMs, busted ass ADMMs in 6. Then Assault Horizon and Infinity were like kind of, and then 7 is like, I think 7 is right. I think 7 is like good, where it's like it's not overpowered, but it's not like, from what I remember at least, complete shit like in something like Assault Horizon and whatnot. Chat, we're gonna quit out of the game fully here. I feel, or well, actually, hold on, wait. Quit out of the game. Oh wait, this. Oh yeah, and the mission here, obviously. Yeah, we probably will. We probably will. You know what, chat? Though, before I do that, let me get you guys a good picture, because it wouldn't be very entertaining to just busted up ADMMs. Yo, Brixeria, cute Shiva spotted in the chat. Welcome. Good to see you. Let's not pull up that one, Thunderous. Oh my god, that one is unironically showing dick. Do not pull that one out. Do not pull that image up. I love modern gaming. Actually penetrate me in the ass. Oh, you might. Let's pull this one up. I'll full screen that picture for you guys, because I'll full screen that picture for you guys, just to have something more visually appealing to look at as we round out the stream here. My boy with the socked beans out and everything like that up on the desk. Show us caca. I mean, I could, but then I would get the stream banned. I would get the stream banned. Could always just put the tip up. You think would Twitch, would like a Twitch staff member or something, like would Twitch mods be able to decipher? Yep, that's the tip of a penis. All right. you think they have to bring in like a dick expert on Twitch, and they're like, that is definitely the tip of a penis. Yep, ban that guy. You're damn right I won't, because I don't want to get banned. You're goddamn right. Winters are pretty long. Snowfall peaks in December, March, very low humidity year round. Just super zoomed in, all because, so it's just a blurb. It's just like a little blurb where it's barely indecipherable. I mean, I could. The problem is though, I actually have like cock in the file name up here. So like, I feel like they'd be able to say, oh, yep. They'd be able to see context clues. Oh, yep. That's a dick, all right. Where's the sockless salt? I decided not to get a sockless salt. I feel like I should have, but I think the reason why I didn't get a sockless salt was because I didn't want this commission to be like super, super crazy expensive. I didn't want it to like drop the bank. I do want to commission this artist, Motfall, by the way. Motfal over on Blue Sky, Motfall. Or is it Mot? No, it'd be Motfal then, right? If it's just one L, right? No, yeah, it'd be would it be Motfal then? Motfal? If it's just one L instead of two? Because you say, well, like FAL, like FAL as in the rifle, you would say that as like FAL then, right? Okay. No? Motfal, I don't know. Either way, Motfal. Go check out their stuff. They're a really good artist. Hell yeah. Looks amazing. Hell yeah. I like it. Hell yeah. Let's see. Where's the sockless salt? Oh, okay. There's the option to snooze the ads. Chat, it is 8:01. Whiskey should be going live any second. I think it is a good time for us to call the stream there. Thank you all for watching. See the line, Thunderous? With that all being said, chat, see the line. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This was a nice little stream. Got some gaming with Ace Combat 6 in. Always good to have Ace Combat 6. Always good to have Ace Combat 6 going and all that jazz. Also had our real talk and everything. Our real talk and all that jazz. We talked about some things and stuff. Needs a dirty and sweaty socks alt too. Okay, but if I'm gonna get a dirty and sweaty socks alt, then I would want the socks to be right up in the face, right? Like right up to the camera. What's the point of getting an alt like that if it's just gonna be off in the distance where you can't pretend you're huffing them, you know? Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, I've got something stuck in my throat there. Anyway, chat, I have a YouTube where I post things like video game reviews and essays. Let me get that command going there. I also have a Twitter, even though I don't use Twitter a whole lot. Twitter is an abomination of its former self. I also have a Blue Sky. Blue Sky is where it's at as well. Dirty socks alt, but also only in underwear. Hey, yo. Hey. Chat. So yeah, Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube, all that jazz. I stream 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. Every now and then I like to go into overtime, particularly on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm much more strict about ending at 8 p.m. and all that jazz, as is the case with today. So let's go say hello over to WikiKitty. Let's go say hello over to Whiskey. Real recognizes real. 955% beautiful of gaming in Ace Combat 6. Yap. Chat, whatever you guys want the raid message to be, just keep in mind I do not condone the spread of false information, so you know that the whole 955% thing, like time to deflate the souffle. Oh no, our yellow cheesecake souffle is deflating. Chat, I'm not sure what I want to do for Friday. I will give the heads up though, that I do want Friday, I'm gonna do something other than marbles and everything, because I still want to take a bit of a break from doing any community night stuff. for the, I do want to take a bit of a break from community night stuff, for the time being, at least, you know, and everything, just because of what happened with Jackbox last week and everything. So I'm not sure what I want to do on Friday, but I'm going to, but it's not going to be marbles, on Friday, just as a heads up. I might start marbles up again, like, the following Friday, like, next Friday, but just this week, I need a Friday just to, like, decompress just that little bit more, you know, if that makes any sense. I could do more Changed. I could make more progress on Changed. I could do that, as long as we yappin'. I could do that. Play Changed, could play Tavern of Spear. I don't know, I'll think about it. I will think about what I wish to do on Friday. Rest assured, we are still gonna be streaming on Friday and all that jazz, if all goes according to plan and all of that. So, let's go show some love over to Whiskey. Stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out, everyone. See y'all later. Bye.